And I took that to mean maybe she's nervous because she's the mole and she's not sure of what she's doing and she doesn't want to say the wrong thing.
Number 9. What number journal is the mole's?
There's a clue right there.
And number 10. Who is the mole?
First impressions of the game are it's odd, it's disconcerting. It's sort of like life. Just when you think you have it figured out, don't try to make sense of it.
Welcome to your first execution. For one of you, the journey will end here. In a few minutes, I will enter your name randomly into the computer. If the screen turns green after I've entered your name, you'll remain in the game. If the screen turns red after I've entered your name, you will be the game's first victim, and you must leave immediately. Are there any questions? Let's begin. Frederick.
Yes.
Kathy.
I don't have to go next. I mean, just trying to be polite.
Yeah.
Eric. Corbin.
This is so hard. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Kim. I'm sorry, Kim. I'll get that.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Gentleman.
Bye, Kimmy.
I never really suspected her as the mole in the first place, so I guess that, gives me a little more assurance in that area.
Kim was a great sport with the sheep because she had just said moments before of how she hates animals, and then she was in the midst of a sheep herd.
Jumping thing?
Kim being gone. I had huge doubts about her, and I no longer have doubts. Cold, but fact.
I think Kim is an absolute sweetheart. But let's be honest, she's not as funny as Kathy. So,
Did you at least have fun?
I did have, please, I had a blast. I said that earlier today. I'm saying it now. I had a blast.
Go, Michael! Go, Michael! I didn't like her. I acted like I did. I didn't. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding because I'm absolutely going to miss her, and we would get each other laughing so hard that we couldn't even breathe.
My God.
Have fun. You keep having fun.
I will.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
celebrity mold.
Start slinging mud, baby. I don't want someone punching me in my face.
Go! The players go below the surface for buried treasure.
What sleeps, lies, what lies beneath?
And Kathy blows the fuse.
What is the matter with you?
And it's every man for himself when an exemption becomes the main course at dinner.
There are 5 people that are willing to vote for Eric now. Except you.
Correct.
Dinner is served.
Bring it on.
This is the Griffin family Christmas. Have you ever been in a restaurant before? You're sitting like you're in a sandbox. You have a head on fire. It's indoors and it's nighttime. Where is your medicine? It's been at least 15 minutes since the time you were supposed to take it.
That was freaking awesome. And, you know, but I was like, just, you know, wow. Because, like, you know, I've tried watching Big Brother, I've tried watching other stuff, and then that's like, really, they had none of that. None of the big name reality shows. You know? Had that kind of funness to it, you know? Like, ooh, I definitely want to see another episode, you know? Where those other ones I talked about, nah, you know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Well, that and the fact that, you know, that's just, it seems more like it's not staged, you know? Like even the Real World, you know, you remember that? That always felt staged to me. And the fact that, you know, and the fact that it was on MTV, you know, supposed to be on a music channel, didn't help it, you know what I'm saying? Making another video. I'm drawing Aquaman nude on the beach, you know, the guy that's going to play him. And Ben Affleck's sunbathing with nothing but the bat cowl on. And Superman's sitting there holding a volleyball, you know. Hey man, anybody want to reenact the scene from Top Gun? I'm joking. William's like, man, I hope he's joking. So what are you playing?
Soccer game.
Cool.
FIFA 13 or something.
That's something, you know, something I gotta say about sports games. They have evolved over the years. Because, you know, back when it was like Nintendo, I'm not even gonna mention Atari. Let's just don't even bother that, our discussion with that. It's not even worth an honorable mention. Strike it from the record, from our hearts and our memory. But starting with Nintendo, you know, games were, if you didn't like the sport, you didn't play the game, you know. But then about the time that one Tiger Woods game you had came out, they were like getting where they could really make them shine, you know. And even if you had never played the sport, never watched the sport, you know, like golf for instance, like, this is fucking actually fun. It's enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, like my neighbor Ronell, he doesn't play soccer, never played soccer, never watches soccer. Does him and his little boy, his oldest boy, play soccer games on the PS4 and stuff? Yeah. You know, because like a lot of what I just said, you know, is from his mouth. That they're fun. You know, you don't have to know anything. You can learn as you go, you know. You don't even have to know the rules.
Also nowadays, you know, they're like rosters are updated, you know, online and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can play a friend online.
That's cool.
Maybe like possibly the one sport I kind of over time suck more at is basketball. Because I don't know, probably because of the whole process that, you know, like more angles the ball can bounce on the rim.
Mm-hmm.
More buttons means it's a little more difficult to.
Yeah. To pick up and master, right? Well, you know, what was that game for Nintendo that was so everybody loved? It was a basketball game. You know, there was Blades of Steel. That was like the best, ultimate. Double Dribble. That's it. You know, that game was fun, but like you said, there was nothing. I mean, what you just said about there, all the angles and everything, it was pretty much phoned in. You know, your shots, everything. You know, you were at a certain spot, you could do just ungodly stuff. Whereas, like you said, ooh, I hope you know what you're doing when you pick up that controller. Because Ron L said, man, can you play a basketball game? And I was like, yeah, I played Double Dribble for Nintendo. He's like, no, forget it. I'm not even putting the controller in your hand. You know, it's like he knows it would be a complete waste of time. So.
Surprisingly, ice hockey is one of the, like, probably one of my favorites, like, all the way across, like, over the decades. I mean, it's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I like about
Kind of easy to play, too.
yeah, hockey fans don't give the sport a bad name either. You know, they're just as diehard and stuff, you know, as any basketball, football, baseball player, you know, fan. I don't know, but I've like watched some like videos online of some of the newer hockey games, and I'm like impressed by them. You know, like just you know, like it's just some of the times I feel like a little kid watching some of these sports games because you know I'm seeing I haven't kept up with it, and you know so when I see it, it's just boom, total shock value. You know what I mean? It's like off the wall.
And I was very impressed by the facial looks of like the UFC game that came out not too long ago.
What was it?
I mean, it looked pretty realistic, you know. And on Conan, he did like a let's play, and they did him. I mean, it actually looks like him
Awesome.
pretty much.
So like, I mean, I'm not asking this to be, you know, smart ass. I'm just like, you know, interested, you know, like I know a whole bunch or anything. I'm just interested in what your opinion. I wouldn't ask like I don't care like what other people think. This is a question for you and D. Like I noticed they're kind of starting to push the VR type stuff. You know, they're getting good with it. I guess the technology. I mean, is that like? What do you think about it? You and her. I mean.
I haven't even like seen a video of it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it could have already, maybe, but I'm sure it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah. I mean, do you think their technology's ready, or are you skeptical, or I mean, like I said, I don't care what other people think. I want to know because I know you're like a gamer and always have been, and
I'm sure it's probably at least a stepping stone. Like, you know, on the what was it, the Virtual Boy?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I've seen the Angry Nintendo Nerd did a video.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty bad. I think they only did 22 innings for it,
Mm-hmm.
but they shut it down within a year. And like all the games were like mainly red.
Yeah. So that's see now that you mentioned. See, I had really when I'd asked you, I'd actually blanked that from my memory, kind of, because I had a friend that had it, and he was telling me how cool it was. Went over to his house, and I was like, okay, really? I mean, I kind of put it up there with a Power Glove, you know. Cool to have, but not really doable, you know.
Have you seen a video of the virtual reality yet?
Mm-mm.
I haven't either. You would think that would be something that's a must-see, like,
I mean, I've seen like lightly peppered in my news feed on Facebook stuff about, you know, virtual reality, but it's like it's not a video. It's like you said, it's not a video. It's an article telling me, and I'm like, that's not. You know, you can have an article, a link saying that Willie Nelson's dead, and I click on the motherfucker, and it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? This, I mean, I'm not just, oh, here's a video of them playing it, and you can watch it, what's going on. Like a composite, them playing and then them in the world. Yeah, I'd watch that. I'd click that, you know. And I like to read. I mean, you know that, but I'm not, you know. Yep, about to be, she's about to shut down on this pic.